In this channel, we bring you the freshest discussions taking place in Japan's online community.
The Olympic gymnastics team all-around final took place, and Japan won the gold medal, defeating their biggest rival, China. After the parallel bars, Japan led by 3.267 points. Going into the final event, the horizontal bar, there was a shocking twist when the second Chinese gymnast fell twice. This miraculous comeback completed the upset.
Will the Chinese gymnasts even be allowed to return home? Wow, even the Chinese make mistakes like that. What an incredible comeback. That gymnast also fell twice on the horizontal bar at last year's World Championships, which resulted in China getting the silver, 1.8 points behind Japan. It's a problem that they decided to use him despite this. Relying on specialists can be tough in situations like this. It might be a gold medal that fell into our laps, but winning is winning. Congratulations! Some people think it's just because of the mistakes in the final event. But even if Japan had made mistakes in the pommel horse or vault, the result would still be the same. Don't look at things so simplistically. Chinese gymnasts who failed in the team event are already facing death threats in their home country. It's said there are already over 10,000 posts that are essentially death threats. They might seriously consider defecting. That's terrifying. This would never happen in Japan. All of the top 5 trends on Weibo are related to men's gymnastics. This result was great, but I do feel sorry for the Chinese gymnast. Falling twice in such a short time must be traumatic. Karma for their anti-Japanese sentiment. They should be sent to work in the mines. Falling twice in one event does happen occasionally. Kohei Uchimura also fell twice on the pommel horse in his first Olympics in Beijing. Harada in ski jumping came back from a similar situation and became a legend. I recommend that Chinese gymnasts watch a documentary about Harada. I wish I had watched it live. There was a point where Japan was in 5th place, and I bet many Japanese fans turned off their TVs. It was as shocking as Harada's jump failure at the Lillehammer Olympics. Sun Wei, who was originally supposed to compete, got injured during the final practice session at the main venue. Su Whitey, who replaced him, had to compete without any practice at the main venue. That's a tough situation. It's no wonder. That rule seems odd. If substitutes can't practice, what's the point of having them? He did perform in the preliminaries and made it to the event finals. He just couldn't handle the pressure. True, he did well in the preliminaries. He just couldn't handle the pressure. He also scored an unheard of 6.666 on the pommel horse due to multiple falls. That's really unfortunate, but at least they still won the silver medal. So he should be proud. The Chinese team went from bronze at the Rio Olympics to bronze at the Tokyo Olympics, and now silver at the Paris Olympics. So, they have made progress. Will we ever see Russia, once the strongest in the world, return? Think about how many medals were stolen by Russian and Eastern European doping. What does China have left if you take away gymnastics, table tennis, artistic swimming, which was trained by Japanese coach Imura? China self-destructed, but Japan also never gave up. That's impressive. It was a low-level competition full of mistakes. When you're pushing the limits, mistakes happen. Lowering the difficulty reduces mistakes, but you won't win. Don't celebrate too much. You just took advantage of someone else's mistake. That's how it always goes with Japan and China. Economic growth weakens mental strength. The Olympic monster can strike anyone, and this time it hit China. When the Chinese made mistakes, their teammates clearly showed their disappointment. Wow, it was a divine turn of events. Glad the judges were fair. I get why this sport doesn't get popular. The international broadcast only shows Japan and China. No way to gain fans like that. For a few months, they'll probably be sent to work in factories in Tibet, like the suppliers for Shine or Temu. Can Japanese people really be this happy about a gold medal that was handed to them due to their rivals' failure? Japan also made mistakes. Think a bit more before calling it a fluke. Even if you have the skills, the finals can mess with your mind. And you can't always perform at your best. Injuries and substitutions can lead to unexpected wins or losses. This is great news. China wasn't weak, Japan was just stronger. Gymnastics always looks superhuman to me. The Chinese gymnasts on the rings and parallel bars are incredible. It's almost unreal. You can see the difference in national character. In Japan, everyone is the same, while in China, there are huge differences between good and bad.
Did you find this video interesting? We'll keep bringing you fun topics from Japan's online community. Please subscribe to the channel and drop some comments.